All right, guys, we're going to do this sweet little set of cookies. I'm saying they are like the old-fashioned Betty Crocker cream wafer cookies and a gingerbread boy who's decided that they're all his. Let's get started. I am so excited to see all of you here tonight. This is wonderful. Oh my gosh, Gina and Catherine and Medina and Sue Moore and whoa, Kathleen Christopher and Joanne. Wow. And that's just the people I can see on the list. We're going to get started on this. I am playing around with an idea. This is just playing in the studio. No stress, no worries. We're working on these fun little designs that I did. These are the 31 cute and creative hand-drawn winter ornaments. You can buy this on Teespring from my store. The link is coming in just a second. And then I will get it pinned to the top so then we don't have to worry about finding the link. So paste that and send it out there. All right, yay! And Hillary too. Wow, the gang is coming in the door. Thank you for being here. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of sales and stuff about this today. I'm just saying that I do have this booklet. It has all 31 of the designs that I'm going to be painting this month, all drawn, and you can download them, color them. This is the very first day, and this was what it looked like before it was painted. I hope that you are having a wonderful evening. I am going to get started on this. Hello, Miss Amy. Welcome, welcome. Amy, check your email. I keep sending you an email because there's, as patrons, I ran a special last month that all of my patrons would get a card from me, and a hand-painted card. And I have to have your address to get it there. Yes, Hillary got her email in. All right, so what I'm thinking about doing is maybe kind of a soft pinstriping in the background. But what I'll do is I want it to be soft. So I'm going to do these sort of stripes of water going across, but I'm leaving some areas not striped with water. And I'm even going to stripe through, but not through the cookies. Stripe through the ball. And this is an experiment. I am just seeing what I can do. If I can do, it's fun stuff. It's no stress, no worries. Marshall, and yay! Lorianne, hello, hello. Yeah, so if you're working on something in your studio or sitting on the couch or in your favorite comfy chair, I hope that you are having a great time doing it. If you've got my video turned on just to be company in the studio or company around the house, I'm so glad I can do that for you. Okay, my last bit of salesy stuff, not really salesy stuff, is just if you're interested in how I drew all of these designs, check out the video from November 30th. It says, "Am I nuts?" I drew all 31 designs on one live stream, and I did timestamp the whole thing so you don't have to scan back and forth. You can just go to the description. The bottom of that is in that description of timestamping is the flip through of all 31 designs. I'm just dropping some of this kind of Prussian blue on here, I think, in my wet stripes. I want that stripe to kind of sort of flow out. I am going to take it right across the ball, this little ornament ball, because it is going to I need to put another wet stripe in there, but let's get this in here first. This is going to be a clear ball, so I want these stripes going across. I have to kind of pick it up so I can see where my water is. See where those wet stripes are. All right, I need to get some more water on here. The best way to spend an evening? Well, thank you. I think it's the best way because I get to spend it with you guys. You know, this is a no stress place to be. This is a calm and easygoing space. We're friendly, we're nice to each other. There, and that stripe there, and oh, did I forget? I forgot to hit the start on my phone because I am going to record it on here too. Oh well, I only missed just getting the stripes in the background. So a little bit more color. That's a little strong there. I'm probably going to dab that out just a bit. It's a little bit strong inside the ball. So I'm going to dab out the part that's inside the ball. I don't want it to be as strong as the outside. They're not selling things, they're shameless plugs. Absolutely. I am shamelessly plugging my work. I'm going to wet that one right there down just a little bit because I want it to be a little lighter. See, look at that. Just get it wet. I do have a little bit of color. I'm actually using a brush that still has some paint to wet those down. Not a big deal. Let's see. Very lightly, I want to get that stripe in. I want to have matching stripes, you know. That's fun. So, well, you know, Jan, we've missed you in the mornings. So I'm so glad that the evening is a good time for you guys, you know. I am really finding that I like the evening lives a lot. I get other stuff done during the day, and this is the time when I want to be creating things anyway. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to hit this with the dryer. I want to dry out. Oh yeah, Doodle Wash is amazing. So all of the prompts that I did in my book all came off of the Doodle Wash, except for a couple. I changed goose to a penguin and partridge to a robin. Instead of a regular hearth, I did a standing wood stove. For elf, I did my gnome. You know, things like that. A snowy night sky, I did a gingerbread village. So, fun stuff. All right. It was almost dry anyway. So there. Oh, and I'm using a number 12 round Mimic watercolor brush by Creative Mark, and you can get that in my Amazon store. The link is down below in my Amazon store. And the paper is the Arteza 100% cotton paper. Link is down below also. All right, I think that's enough. I am going to go for one of these kind of natural greens. A little bit more natural green, kind of an olivey. Yeah, that'll be pretty. And I think I'm going to go with a stripe across. I'm going to be putting a bunch of stripes on, so, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just do these stripes. kind of fun to do unexpected colors in combination for the holidays. You know, not everybody celebrates the holidays. And truthfully, this is cookies in a glass ball. You could change this into a light bulb if you don't do holiday, you know. And just like that, we're getting some color on there. I think maybe I want to do another green. Maybe I'll do a brighter green right next to that, because that was kind of, oh, yep. So have any of you guys made the Betty Crocker style cream wafer cookies? They're really a pastry, almost more like a cream pie crust. That's, you know, so it's a light wafer type cookie with, oh, the stripe just went on the other side. Aha. That happens. That's dipped in sugar and then filled with a really nice buttercream type icing or filling. Maybe I'll do it on the other side too. Ha! And that way, it just becomes an early symbol of what was coming. I am going to soften that green up inside the ball. Hello, Miss Katie. So I've got Catherine and Catherine in here. I've got Katie and Kat. So much fun to see all my friends showing up. You know, I think maybe just because it's the holidays, you love Girl Scout cookies. That's right. Don't need a holiday to make a cookie. I made some chocolate ganache yesterday. You know, it sounds so fancy when you say, I made some chocolate ganache. All chocolate ganache is hot cream and dark chocolate chips. At least the way I make it. And I actually made it with half and half instead of cream. I'm just sort of drawing across. I'm not too worried about making it a perfect line. Let's see, I think I'll be a little bit lighter in there. I like getting backgrounds on first and then doing the main part of the art. The main part of the art. I think that's enough for this lovely stripy paper. Yeah, so anyway, I made chocolate ganache last night, and while it was still really much thinner and kind of runny, we used it as topping on vanilla ice cream. You know, everything in moderation, right? You can have anything you want in moderation. I'm just getting that red wet because I want to soften it out just a little bit. Inside the ball, I don't want it to be quite as strong. There we go. But I was thinking that I could make, because I already had a little jar of some peanut butter cream cheese filling that I had made for some cookies. And with that filling, I put it between a couple, made some little sandwich cookies for Mark. If anybody doesn't know, Mark is my husband. All right, that's softened up. I want to dry that really quick. And then I took the butter cookies and I did a layer of the chocolate ganache on one side and the peanut butter cream cheese filling on the other side and made him sandwich cookies. And I was thinking about trying to figure out a recipe for a soft caramel spread to put on. Because I can't go to the store and buy cookies. Whoop, almost lost my paintbrush. There we go. And so I learned something new this morning because Catherine, KM Crafts up there, she is my niece, and so I like to shout her out when she's in the show. And she did a fun video on wax seals and folding a letter and folding an envelope and using gold metallic washi tape for sealing the envelope edges up. So pretty. So if you happen to be looking for some more crafty types of things, check her out. So I did go and find myself a little, let's see, where'd it go? Got to check my photo bin for, I picked up a picture of some, here. Let's see here. Will it? I think it'll bring that up. I am going to go ahead and just show you really quick what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at this picture right here of the cream wafer cookies. And this is off of someone's blog, so I'm not going to leave it up, but I just wanted to show you that's what I'm looking at when I am doing the painting. So minimize that so I can get it back over to the other side. So I'm looking at it and going, the cookies, they're in front of this one, but the gingerbread, it can have the same color for the base. So I think I'm going to use some yellow ochre and kind of wash it over everything except for where the colorful filling is going to be. And I'm going to put the colorful filling in after I make the cookies because the cookies are going to be much lighter. And yeah, I said I wasn't going to teach, but you know me, I can't not teach. I have to share. So just taking a quick look. Yeah, take a look at it, guys. Catherine, she's a very, very creative young lady. Young woman. I always will think of her as one of my little girls because I took care of her as a baby when her mom was working. Oh, look at that. So you see, I didn't cover the little gingerbread boy completely. I'm going to go to the side view because I think that's a fun view to see. So, and this, just getting the first layer of color on. And this is just that yellow ochre color that's in this palette. It's just this, I didn't add anything to it. So all I did was water it down. And I'm going to water it down a lot more. See, just watering it down right here on the edge. I'm going to water it down a lot more just to get the tops here done. And because these are all pretty much the same color, I can sort of lay the color out over everything except my frosting. And I'll be able to get my cookies all done and then do the decorations. Now I see that I did kind of work some blue right there. I'm just sort of working my color back and forth on it. This is cotton paper, so it can take a little bit of scrubbing it's not going to start pilling up on me really fast. So I like that, nice and light. Then I'm going to start putting in some more color. But first, I think it's just going to be a little bit more concentrated version of the yellow ochre right underneath of where the frosting is going to go, so it feels like it's in shadow. And right underneath right there. I like this fun background like this. The stripes going through the ball. It's going to make it feel really like the ball is really nice. Yes, Catherine is full of really good ideas, guys. She has, oh golly, a couple hundred videos, I think, up on her channel. We're working on getting her to her first 1,000 subscribers. So if you're interested, if you feel so inclined, she does wonderful fun crafts. Her video skills have grown over the years as her equipment has gotten better. But boy, she did amazing things with just a Kindle as her camera when she was first starting out. Yeah, I'm a proud auntie. What can I say? All right, I think I'm going to dry this real quick. Nearly 400 videos. Oh, wow. Yeah. See, Catherine was doing a video a day for her first year, for sure. And then she still did a whole bunch more. So yeah, that would be about right, wouldn't it? But fun, sweet treats. Thank you guys so much. Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things. Check out the Teespring store link up at the top of the chat, or the links down below in the more information box for the materials and all those good things. I'm just going to, I'm kind of taking the colors just straight from this palette this time, I think. Instead of mixing colors. This is, oh, I never said, did I? This is the 42 color Superior watercolor palette. Many different people sell it on Amazon. You'll see the price range from $12 to $25. Go towards the $12 side. If it says 42 colors and you can make out that it says Superior right here between where it says 42 and watercolor, 42 and watercolor, then it's the same paint and it's the same palette. So I'm just moving that out of the way, and I'm going to, let's see. Ooh, that's a nice kind of gingerbread brown. I think we are going to go with some shadowy gingerbread brown going in. I think I'm going to leave some places where that gingerbread brown isn't as dark, so you end up with some variation to the colors. And this is I think this is going to be the light gingerbread kind, not as molassesy, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I might work it into a little bit darker brown because I do want it to be different than the pale color of the yes, yes. We actually look very much like family. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, so I took care of Catherine when she was a baby, when my son was a baby. So it's real fun because my son has 2 kids, and so they started out telling the kids that even though Catherine and her sisters are cousins, they're actually more like sisters. And so they get to be aunties. And I'm sure that when the girls start having kiddles and they're aunties to their own sisters' kids, they'll still be aunties to my son's sons too. Since my son is an only, we kind of had to grow our own aunts. Hello, Darcy. Welcome. She brought donuts. Oh, so when we get to the penguin, let's see, that's not going to be until day 18. When we get to day 18, the penguin has a donut. Because I just had to make the penguin have a donut. So I'm just working this kind of burnt sienna color in and making it more gingerbread brown. Just lightly, carefully, slowly building it up. Not using too much water. The neat thing here is that once you've got the drawing down, you can use it as a coloring sheet. And so if you have the coloring book and you've got a printer that can do it, you can print it onto watercolor paper. But my suggestion, if you print it on watercolor paper, is after you print it, draw over the lines with a with a waterproof pen. So your cousin's kids all call you Aunt also. Yeah, I think that's great. And I know that in many cultures, any adult woman who is a friend of the family, a long-term friend of the family, usually ends up being called auntie in many cultures. I know over in the UK, there's lots of aunties that aren't actually related by blood, but they're still the aunties. And I know I grew up, it was aunt, but as an adult, I've learned that it's aunt. So, it was, maybe it's a regionalized thing. See how it's just building up the color. Just as I'm going along here, he's starting to get that nice toasty brown. I think that is awesome that Haley and Taylor are like best friends, and that they like to do they like to art together with you. I think that is great, Jan. All right, I think maybe I will grab, let's see, this is kind of a sepia brown. I want to put a little bit of brown underneath of that white. I'm trying to leave the white as the little royal icing without having to try and paint it in with the gouache. Sometimes that works. Just putting in some of those little details, just darkening up under the edge of it, pushing the color in. Yeah, I think it's great to have, it's great to have more cousins out there in the world, I was 35 when I found out that I had cousins that were the same age as my son. Because my mom had a brother that she never knew until I was 35 years old. So my Uncle Mike showed up in our lives with his family, and his eldest daughter is about the same age as my son, and it's really quite fun. I think he's going to get the Red Hots for his nose and his buttons. Red Hots being those cinnamon candies. So I'm going to put kind of a red dot. I'm going to leave a little bit of white. And I'm just using the tip of that brush to put it in. See, you can use a big, huge brush like this and make all kinds of really detailed things. Just, you see, I'm barely touching the paper though. I'm not pressing hard. And look at that. The cookies are almost the right color now because we pushed that gingerbread boy back with his dark color of brown. I want to take a little bit of that darker brown, just kind of lightly go over in a very sort of almost dotted type of way. Just like that, a little bit. So there we go. Taylor won? Oh, congratulations, Taylor. That is so excellent. Oh yeah, we would pick the little Red Hots off and, you know, fling them at each other. Yeah, we didn't really like the taste of them, but they were so much fun to put onto the cookies because they really made an impact. I just picked up a little bit of that brown that we used on the cookie, but very lightly, so that I can get some shadow in here. And I might, what do you guys think? Should I take my, now I'm saying that as I'm looking around going, where did I set the, there they are. Nope, that's not it. I'm looking for my metallic watercolors because I'm wondering if I should try putting a little bit of the kind of white color metallic and using that as my sugar on the cookies. What do you think? It's an experiment. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is it's going to look like I put glitter on my cookies. Remember, this is only paper. It's, you know, and a little tiny bit of paint. So, you know, you should never fuss or worry about this. And the neat thing is, if you've got the coloring book, you can just print out another one to color. You're not really wasting anything. A piece of paper, it's not waste if you're learning something. I love the watercolors. I'm getting some of the black mixed media paper from Arteza. So I'm going to play with it a little bit. I'm trying to get some very, very fine little lines in here. Whoops, probably not that dark. Well, I want it to kind of look like it's a little bit flaky or layered. So there would be a little bit of some shadows in there. Not too much. A little bit. There we go. You kind of want to work a little bit of that flakiness into it somehow, or else it just looks like Ritz crackers. Let's go to the top down. Look at that. Oh, that's looking so cute. I think I'm going to put the frosting on the inside, and because this is a Christmassy winter cookie plate, I'm going to use red. And it's not going to be pink. This is going to be red frosting. And I'm going to lay it in like this, and then I will come back with a wet brush, just water, and move some of that color around. And I think all of them are going to have the same color icing. Just because I like the look of it. Almost looks like peppermint. So now I'm going to go ahead and just move a little bit of that color around. Leaving a touch of that white showing up. See? Easy peasy. Just, if you're not comfortable working with the big brush, go to a smaller brush. I think that is really sweet. I am going to grab the tiniest touch of that Prussian blue, set it over here, and get a tiny touch of that red, and see if I can get a little bit of a darker color right up. Whoa, that was close. Right around the bottom edge. I did that one time at a show that a friend was doing. I was playing an Irish drum, and the drumstick, which is called a tipper, flew out of my hand forward, and as it flew out and was out in the middle of the air, I reached out, I grabbed it, and then continued drumming. It was something I could never do if I tried to do it on purpose. So this is kind of a really, just a purpley kind of color that I'm just working in just a tiny bit. I don't want to turn it gray. I just want to make it a little more dark, slightly different, to give it a little bit of shadow. I like that. All right. Cookie Monster. Who let Casey and the Sunshine Band into the room? That would be Miss Amy, right? I haven't been able to read the chat as well, as it's moving along tonight, which is fun. It's fun when things like that go on. All right, I am going to rinse out the red in my brush and get some of that metallic white, because I want to get some sugar on here, some little sugar shimmer, a little bit of a sugar shimmer. So I'm just kind of going, I don't know, you guys may not see it, but I'll know it's there. And when I pick up the paper and move it around, I think we'll be able to see it. But I'm doing it as a very sheer, very, very sheer shimmer. If somebody had to ask me what, or needed the answer, what is my favorite Christmas cookie or winter cookie, it would be cream wafers. Let's see. Let's see. Right now it's shiny because it's wet. So let's dry it and see if I've got any shine on there. Hello, Sierra. Nice to see you. And welcome back. Miss Amy, I knew, because you are the person who can do movie lines and song lyrics at the drop of a hat. Oh, yes. That turned out so good. I think I'm going to put the shiny onto the gingerbread boy on his, okay, so now, let's see. Trying to show the shimmer. Let's see if we go to the top camera if it will show up better. No? Yeah? Yeah, actually, you see how it goes really light? That's where the shimmer of the sugar is striking on there. I like that. Let's see. I think I'm actually going to take some blue, not shimmery blue, just some regular, like the Prussian blue. And maybe it'll get mixed with a little shimmer. And I'm going to go to the inside of the glass ball. So there's like a little bit of a shadow inside the ball. And start pushing some of those other colors to the back a little bit. That's working. That's working. Sort of like a little bit of a smoky glass. I need to be careful going over the areas with red. The red paint seems to pick up a little bit more easily, so I'm glad that I actually worked that out a little bit on the inside of the glass, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But of course I used red filling on a little bit of color there. I used red filling on my cookies. This is turning out to be so cute. Oh yeah, thank you, Gina. Yes, please do your like. Click those likes. If you like it, please click the like. I am going to grab a little bit of that blue and the metallic, I guess, and get some shadow up here on the little topper. There you go. And then a little bit more of this black. The black in this palette is very, very translucent, which is really quite nice when you're doing things like this. But it's not really great if you're trying to get a really dark color. So I'm adding a little bit of blue to it to really darken it up. Ah, Sierra, congratulations on getting to get back to school. Make sure you wear your mask. Even if others aren't wearing theirs, wear your mask. It is a helpful thing. I'm putting a little bit of that darker color right underneath of the cap, and a little bit along the edge, a little bit down here. giving us the opportunity to make it look like there's a little more shadow, a little more shape. And if you do happen to pick up a little bit of color and it moves around inside the ball, that's okay, because think about it. It's reflecting the colors that are around it, so you're fine. We're going to dry this. I'm going to put these paints out of the way because we are to the point where I will be doing the gouache. But first I want to dry and make sure it's dry. Yeah, isn't it fun to see the ornament start to pop up? And it's all because we put the color that made it go round around the edges and kept the front of it clear. So now we're going to take a bit of white, and this is where your bravery comes in, because you're going to take this kind of opaque white and you're going to put it on right over the top of your painting. And you're going to go, oh, this is scary. And you're just going to go, boom, boom. And don't rub it back and forth on across the red. Don't rub back and forth, because it will pick it up and move it. And now I want to make that a harder bit of white. In some places, some of it you can have it be very translucent, see-through. Some of it you can have it be really, really not translucent, opaque. See how, because we're taking some of that highlight right over the top of the cookies, it forces that back and makes it very round feeling. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Now I'm going to take just some really concentrated white gouache and put a couple spots here and there, not everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. So beware. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. So beware. All right. Little touches here and there. Just make this ball feel much more round. All right, guys, I think we're about ready to take the tape off. What do you think? You're always worried about covering it up too much. Look at this, though. You don't have to worry about it. And if this is gouache, and gouache can be re-wet, so you can take the paint right off with your finger. I need to wipe that off so that I don't get paint all over myself. There we go. Get the wet stuff out of the way. So now I'm just going to pull the tape off. Fun stuff, fun stuff. And I ended up not needing those two little brushes. Get those out of the way. All right. Let's see. Let's see if this paper is a little bit cleaner on the other side. There we go. What do you think, guys? I think he turned out really well. Let's zoom in a little bit on him so you can get a really good look. Look at that. Isn't he sweet? So this was day 3 cookies of the Doodle Wash December 2020 prompt list. I am so excited. And if you want to color along with me, listed down below in the more information is the link to Teespring. You can see. There we go. You can click on that link for Teespring. It's also linked up at the top of the chat. It's pinned so that you can see it and check it out. I have my book right there. 31 cute and creative hand-drawn ornaments to print and color based on the 31 prompts. This one was the one we painted yesterday, and this is what we just painted. So there you go. You can make it into whatever you want it to be. And that's why there's a lot of white space on the page, so that you can make choices. Have fun. Do things that make you happy. And I want to see you back here again after you have gone out and done something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I want to see you back here again really soon. Oh, and if you're new here, click the subscribe button and make sure that you click the notification bell so that you will be notified when new videos go up. And I want to see you, like I said, really soon, like probably tomorrow, when I do the snowman with his little tree. There we go. You got a sneak peek. See you soon.